It seems like a saturated market, Dr. Cutler. Why Zen80? Why a Sealy Zen80? How does ours differentiate? Why does it stand out?
Yeah, good question. And it's something that we took a lot of time to evaluate. It is a saturated market. For years, we didn't want to be any at all in the hemp space. Part of that was due to legalities. Like there was some really undefined, at least in the United States, some really undefined legislation that until recently had created ambiguity. Didn't want to get involved in that. With the passage of the so-called Farm Bill in 2018, that's really established some clear guidelines about what's acceptable and what's not. Product meets all of those levels, and it deals with the psychoactive element of hemp or cannabis, that delta 9 THC level, and our product, we tested it really extensively. There's no traces of it, at least to the detection levels that we can get, and we're at parts per million, and so we feel really good about that. That gave us a lot of confidence. Number one, that we're not entering into kind of a gray area in terms of legality. Some people have that concern still, but in the United States, hemp is completely legal. Our product complies with all of the requirements to meet that legislation. Some of the other things that I think are really critical to note about Zen80 is the other thing that's really ambiguous is there's a lot of conflicting data
Out there, yeah.
in the scientific literature about the effectiveness of CBD, of cannabinoids, cannabidiol in particular, and most products give really irreproducible results. Like you don't know if one day it'll work or if it works with one person, if it'll work with another, and as this marketplace has evolved, like we now see, there's actually much more than just CBD that's involved. It's other cannabinoids that interact with our own cannabinoid system, our endocannabinoid system, and so CBD plus CBN or CBG or CBA or varins, or some of the terpenes that are involved. All of these play a complementary and role in activating the endocannabinoid system and the downstream effects of that master regulatory system. So having a product where you've actually done research on the product itself is something that stands all by itself in the marketplace. Our competitors are great. We enjoy competing with them. None of their products have gone through this ringer. None of them. And what I mean by that is a very clean, iterative process, starting from, okay, we want to actually make sure the oil is available in the body. So we look at bioavailability, and then to the next point, the absorption, is the body actually assimilating it. Are you getting the oil to where it needs to be, and then it's in that area where it needs to be, is it actually being incorporated? And then on a bigger scale, okay, now let's start to look at specific downstream benefits of activating the endocannabinoid system. Do we see improvements in oxidative stress, is stress management, sleep, or the metabolic effects of activating the endocannabinoid system? Are those benefits real? And that's what has really turned us on in terms of this product is, we have data that's done at really some of the best levels of science at the Mayo Clinic, with NIH-sponsored grants and research funding. So it's not like we're talking out the side of our mouth. Like this is real. Like people can.
It's substantiated.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
real science, and you as a scientist believe in this product. Obviously, very careful what you bring into your company.